Placing an everlasting smile and washing their worries away by catering the best of football gears and high-standard training schemes is what r77 and Abdullah Aid has done for the young football academy called Abuko United in the Gambia. r77, a football school in London, managed to raise funds with Abdullah Aid and volunteered on a one-week trip to visit underprivileged families and children to give back by opening doors of hope through football, water well projects and food donations. The young aspiring Ronaldos and Messis couldn't believe their eyes as the coaches surprised them with brand new jerseys, cones, balls and a little goalpost for accurate kicks on training grounds. However, the project manager Rizwan believes that children of today need hope and support to achieve their dreams.
This will have a great impact on the kids. You know, football, as we know, is a global sport. You know, every child has this dream of becoming a footballer, no matter what part of the world they're in, whether they be in the UK or whether they be in some small village in Africa. Every child knows the name Ronaldo, Messi. They all have this dream that they want to play football like them players. So this, you know, for Abdullah Aid, this is to help these children sort of have this dream come into reality. You know, that they have the opportunity to play football and just for a moment, you know, not to worry about their worries and the poverty side of things that they have. You know, just focus on enjoying, you know, and put a smile on these kids' face. This is what Abdullah Aid, you know, tries to do alongside r77 school.
Ridwan Yusuf, the head coach of r77 soccer school, gave the youngsters a few dribbling tips, but believes with the new equipment, there is room for a lot of improvement.
I think the first thing we've got to say is, considering the surface and what we've seen for the last 15-20 minutes, what we have here is far better standard than what we've got in the UK. That's the first foremost what I have to say. Their touch, the way they can receive the ball, the way they can pass, the technical aspect of the game is already 100%. So for us to come in here and to see that, especially on a surface like this, not only does it make us happy, it makes us believe that there is hope for these kids and there's a bright future ahead for them, as long as they get the right support, and that's what we're here to do.
Prominent community leaders such as the newly elected ward councillor came to render his support. The National Women's Football Coordinator also did the same, mentioning that grassroots support will take them a long way. Usman Kinte serves as the project coordinator for Abdullah Aid in the Gambia, and this is his first time coordinating a sports charity event.
There's more to charity. Like sport also, you know, is a way of taking the children, giving them some sort of hope. As you know, football is very big in the Gambia. You know, there's many talented youngsters in the Gambia. Alhamdulillah, we've got very good partners down there in the UK, r77 Football Academy, who have joined with us, you know, and they've came over and would like to start an academy over here in the Gambia, helping the youngsters, you know, doing their bit for charity, giving the youngsters hope, you know, training them. They've come down here, they've bought kits for the children. On
day 3, the team went to visit water wells for communities in Birkama, Jeddah and Jalambang, situated along the outskirts of Birkama. The wells are well dug, sealed and secured. Avoid unwanted objects dropping in, contaminating the water. According to Al-Haji, the well can serve up to 25 different compounds, as the cost of tap water is out of their range. Ifran Malji, a brother to the founder of Abdullah Aid, was hit by the realities of poverty and understood how privileged they are.
You know, we feel very privileged to be here, and for us to see that the well has been built here, and from some of the guys from this community have mentioned that up to 25 families can actually, you know, help with the water. So, you know, it's a great benefit for the people of the town here. And I think us seeing this here for the first time, myself here for the first time, seeing how well it's been made, you know, looking into it is very well made, and you know, I hope that, you know, a lot more families can benefit from this. And from speaking to the certain individuals here, you know, they seem very pleased to see us and to see the efforts made.
One of the things that we emphasize when we're making our wells is the safety of it. So, you know, we're very happy to do this project, and we pray and we hope that all of you out there continue to support us so we can do many more wells here in the Gambia.
The following day, the volunteers visited Amina Madrasa, a Quran memorizing school, an orphanage harboring over 200 children. However, the host invited other schools to share the presents brought to them. Mohammed Sharif, a volunteer, mentioned that the joy and happiness they see in the children's faces makes them strive to give more.
So today we have 25 kids from 4 different schools, so there's 100 in total, and we're giving out basically necessity gifts as well as gifts which they can cherish for a very long time. So we've got books, colouring pencils, we've also got toys that they can play with for a very long time. We've also got sweets, because we were told they love their boiled sweets, so we've got them loads of sweets as well.
A few selfies and chants were made to excite the kids much more.
So
The team proceeded to visit another water well currently in progress at Mahmouda, at the outskirts of Birkama, which is almost a kilometer off the main road. Mahmouda is a new settlement, and the new well which will play a great role in the building of the mosque, with water being available. It also will create employment, as building contractors will pay the natives to fetch water for the housing projects. Another housing project funded by Abdullah Aid was also visited, in which the project coordinator intends to shelter a widow and a mother of 3. Early morning Wednesday, the team made a journey across the mouth of the river Gambia. Through the Kanilai ferry, volunteers saw the historic opening of a life-sustaining waterway that cuts right through the whole nation, and within 45 minutes, the team reached Bara. The plan for the day was a food distribution program at a village called Chamen Sauce. Over 100 bags of rice, 10 bags of sugar, and many other food items were bought and loaded by the volunteers themselves, as the natives watched in awe. Ahmed Bushri felt the adrenaline rush, as seeing the other side of life became a wake-up call. Even vendors applauded the initiative.
I asked about these people. They're telling me that you give in donations. So I said to them, that's very important to the poor people around this area. You know, we have been seeing people doing this ever since, but now we don't see people doing this. And we are very happy to see you people coming here giving donations to the poor people.
And then they set off to Chamen Sauce, approximately 45 kilometers from Bara. The team arrived with tired knees, but head straight to work by greeting the village heads and also a tour of the few housing projects done by Abdullah Aid, overseen by the project coordinator Usman Kinte. Njaga Cham, who is now the head of the village since his father got paralyzed, called upon other nearby villages to share the great gesture brought by Abdullah Aid and r77 soccer school, a project that will save them from provision shopping throughout the upcoming Ramadan. To the villagers, they didn't know if this was a miracle or a dream come true.
For me, I am very, very happy. Definitely, I am very happy, and I am very happy with this. Not even me, but my villagers, because I know this charity, it comes at time, and I know my people, they are poor, they don't have nothing. Hence, Ramadan is coming. You give it to the family man, definitely you do big thing to him. For me, the Alcalo and entire villages, both women and children, we are hereby greeting Usman and Abdullah Aid project for donating this article to my village. And this is the smallest article which have been donated, because housing project is continuing. Inshallah, he promised me 50 compounds, which you know that they are going to build everything, do everything, give them the key.
On the final day of the trip, the team made a visit to Birkama Eye Health Clinic, where old age patients suffering from cataract find it difficult to pay for their operations. Aliu Sonko, the officer in charge, briefed the executives of Abdullah Aid on the consequences eye cataract inflicts on its victims. Children are usually attached to the patients at home, which deprives them from going to school.
Birkama is one of the busiest facilities in this country, because why it is situated in a densely populated settlement and so forth, and it's one of the fastest growing settlements also. So in the case, people coming here to complement our efforts is highly welcome, especially this organization called Abdullah Aid, because they are restoring people's sight, which is very, very important, very fundamental. If your eye is restored and so forth, the individual can contribute to the development of the family, himself and the communities living within and the whole country at large. So this is highly commendable.
As Birkama becomes one of the fastest growing settlements, the influx of patients increases on a daily basis. Abdullah Aid funded the operation of 30 patients and was allowed in the operating theatre to see the process firsthand.
Today we're here at Karma Health Centre, Abdullah 8, alongside r77 Football Academy, and we are doing cataract operations for the patients. Cataract operations is really needed, and there's a big demand for it in Gambia. There's lots of adults who suffer from this. Some of them, their condition is really bad that some of them are, they have to walk around with small kids to assist them with everything that they're doing. And with this treatment, it will enable them, inshallah, to have their sight back, and they can get along with their lives.
From day 1 to 5, the team of volunteers engaged on meaningful activities of charity, making sure the necessary aid reaches the right people, putting smiles on their faces and hopes in their hearts. For GRTS, I'm By.